Hello everyone, it's another video from myself, Barry at MCC. So today I'm going to do a video on removal. This is actually, to start with the model, it's an Elddis Aspire. Now these doors are actually used on other models of motorhome with the same panels. This is the panel here that I'm going to be showing you how to remove, which goes over the whole locking mechanism up the side there. So you need to take this panel off in order to be able to do any repairs on the lock or the central locking motor, or if you've got a problem with the mechanism being jammed or stuck or needing adjustment. This is also if you need to do any adjustment on the locking mechanism. So to get this panel off, you have to do this carefully. You have to be very careful when you're doing this. So the first thing you have to do is pull the rubber seal out. This particular rubber seal slots into the channel there, so it's got a little piece just there which slots into that part of the metal trim there. So you have to just pull that out. You don't need to pull the whole door off, you just pull it up just past the panel, and the same at the bottom, just go down just past the panel, because this seal actually goes over the top of the plastic panel, so it's just easier to move this out of the way. You also have to remove this piece of trim off the door, which clips in just there. It clips so that if you imagine the panel is on here, this will clip over the top. So the panel is on and this will fit in, and you can see there is 4 clips there. Again, these are very brittle and can easily be broken. So you need to be very careful when removing these and just go easy and slowly. And what I use to remove these is, let me just find my tool. It's not that one. Where have you gone? Right, there it is. So I use this. So all I've got is this little set here, which I got off probably Amazon or somewhere. Cheap set. It's got all removal tools. Leave them keys out of the way. Don't need them in the video. Yeah, you've got all sorts of removal tools, shapes, sizes, metal ones there for the clips. You get this metal one for the clips, which I've used on this panel, so we'll come to that in a minute. But this is the one that I use to remove this particular bit of trim from the door. So that's another part that you need to remove. You also need to take off the door handle. So this is the door handle that was actually bolted or screwed through here and this point here. And to gain access to them screws, you have round plastic covers like this that cover the screws. These can be very tricky to get out. And what I use to get these out is a sharpened pick. So when you get these, this one in particular wasn't that sharp, so I just ran it on my sharpening wheel and made it a bit sharper. And then you just got to carefully dig in down the side and then lever it very slowly, a little bit at a time. Don't keep working in the same area. You will create little tiny dents, which you can probably see there in the plastic. You can't help that. But yeah, just move it about. Don't keep doing it in the same place, because you'll find it will just rip piece of plastic apart. And then go around this side and around that side and just slowly lever it, giving it little levers. And you do that on the same. There's 2 of them. Behind them fittings, on this particular door, we have some Allen key fittings, which is a WH4 fitting. So Allen key fitting, so you have to undo them 2 screws. So we've got the handle off now, we've got the piece of square trim off, we've pulled the rubber seal back. The next part is getting the panel unclipped. So we'll go to the panel now. As you can see here, we've got these little plastic clips. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 plastic clips, and these clip into the door panel here. You can see where they go into. and then one at the top there. Okay, so what do we use to get them out? So I used on this one, I didn't use that tool, sorry, yep, let's go back, we had it earlier. This metal lever tool. So you just get this very carefully, you just pull the panel slightly with your hand or fingers, or you can try and get this under, and then you have to get it to the point like that. And you imagine this clip is in, so this is upside down, would go like that around the clip, and then you just lever it very carefully. I think on this one I levered it that way. I didn't push it towards the van, I pulled it away from the van very slowly, and you can see on these they've got little serrated teeth. Can we get them in shot? So there's several of them going up the clip. So you just have to slowly prise them, because these plastic bits here are very delicate, and they will break if you try and sort of go all gun-ho. The other thing you can do is you can crack the plastic panel here as well, and you don't want to crack up your panel. So again, very carefully, take your time, don't rush. They can be a little bit tricky, you know, you might think, oh, I'm putting a bit too much pressure on. Some of them you do have to put a bit, but as long as you lever it correctly. So if you put this in, you can see the shape of the bar. So we're going to put it in behind there, and then pull it towards you. Don't push it towards the door, which is what most people tend to do to try and pop it out. But on these particular ones, to get them out nicely, so I didn't break the clips, I levered them the opposite way. So I pulled the spanner towards me. I did the two middle ones first, so I think I did this one first, and then this one, and then this one, and I did the bottom one, and then I did the top one last, which I had to stand on a set of steps for. Now once you've unclipped them, your panel will be loose. What you then have to do is these holes here are where these come through. Okay, so you just have to carefully prise it, and you may have to just move it over a bit to get these ones out. And the same at the top there. So you've got the holes there, and then at the top of the panel you've got the other two holes there. So you just have to be careful, because again, you don't want to crack this, so don't be too forceful. That is it. You may have a couple of bits of Velcro, which is on here. I don't know why there's Velcro there, to be honest, when there's two clips that are pretty close there. You'd expect Velcro may be there, but anyway. So yeah, that is it. Just be careful with what you're doing. That is how you get the panel off, and obviously to put it back, you just do the opposite to what you've done to remove it. Again, hopefully this is a video that will help many people. If you need to gain access to any part of the handle or mechanism, a lot of the times these handles do break. They're only plastic. I know, you know, and people pull them too hard because maybe their mechanism's not working correctly, and they end up snapping the handles. So you need to get this panel off to replace this door handle, but you also need to get it off to get to your mechanism and central locking device. So yeah, there we are. Good luck, and we'll hopefully see you in one of my other videos.